Okay, so this is vlog number 5. So I'm gonna start off by summarizing some essays that we read in reading pop culture, and that we also have to do in our weekly discussion post. So QB, and I cannot say his last name, but it starts with a C. Uh, the evidence that these authors used in reading pop culture was clear and informative. The author used a lot of statistical evidence and statements from psychologists, professors, and scientists who are credible and provide reliable sources. The author used literary devices such as metaphors to relate to the effects of drugs to TV. So essentially, what this, um, sorry, my phone died. What reading pop culture was about was how to get clear information and how to use it and stuff like that. So these authors use a lot of like such reliable sources through science and stuff like that, and then related it back to the effects of drugs to watching TV. It's very so yeah. And then Roxane Gay. So she in her essay and stuff like that, she compared the show Girls, the HBO show, and she used to show and compare everyday lifestyles of being a girl and how they were represented onto television. And in the show, she discusses how it not relatable to womanhood, and just how a girl grows up and stuff like that. Um, because women are represented in different shapes, colors, cultures, and women are all different around the world and stuff like that. So this show was not a great depiction of what of who women are, because a woman can be anyone. A woman, yes. And when you're labeling in reality and stuff like that, when you label just one type of person, like she's a woman and stuff like that, it kind of it doesn't go to the spectrum in broadness and stuff like that, because I don't look like supermodel, or most people don't and stuff like that. Athletes, female athletes and stuff like that, they don't look like, let's say, they don't look like chefs, maybe. It's just there's a lot of women in the world and stuff like that, so depicting them as just one image is not good for media. So another essay in this was Kantar. So in this essay, the film's analysis depicts the American dream and say how does the American nightmare. I have he uses the apocalypse of The Walking Dead, the very famous zombie TV show, of how the American, how the show is the American nightmare, and the apocalypse can turn into American dreams as evil creatures attack people, per se. So my thing with the American dream is I think it is a hoax and stuff like that, not denying that this country is not great in all of its ways and stuff like that, but all of this land was essentially stolen, and all of our culture, white culture, was essentially, it's fabricated. It's just American culture now. So it's like black people and slaves and stuff like that in the olden days were stripped of their cultures, and then the people coming to America in the early 1900s and late 1800s were taught of the American dream, how it could bring prosperity and all those things, with the gold rush, annexing California and all of those. But essentially in the media and stuff like that, they depict capitalism and everything else as essentially the American nightmare, and I do agree. So, and then another essay, the last essay that was a part of this, of the discussions that we had to turn in and stuff like that. The evidence used by the author was that how Netflix and how streaming platforms such as Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all of those things, Amazon Prime Video, they all have such a huge impact on the online TV show and movie industry. So the thing is that TV shows are gonna outlast movies. Movies, the thing with movies get repetitive, and you can't constantly keep doing the same exact, you can't keep doing the same exact, I can't think of a word right now, plot line every single time and stuff like that. And TV shows are just a little bit more creative, considering that there is a lot more time and there is a lot more creativity shown because it is a TV series rather than just a 1 hour movie. And that is vlog number 5.